Hey guys, it's YOU WACK, and I don't normally like to do these types of videos where I take like a forum post from like Jeff Kaplan or the Overwatch team, but sometimes I just see something that really captivates my attention. It just gets me thinking about the game of Overwatch and how it can just be improved, and I like to make the video because I like to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on some possible like just expansions on whatever it's being talked about, like whether it's a nerf or a buff or just something like maybe a skin, or in this case possibly fun new game modes. Now when I think about fun game modes, I think about like Call of Duty, like in zombies, or possibly party games, or I think about CSGO and gun game. And when I think of Overwatch, there's not, okay, so there is custom games, there is like the 1v1 and 3v3 game modes and stuff like that. There's some good game modes in there, but nothing really like a captivating or just fun type of party games that you can group up with your friends, or literally just go in, find randoms, and just have a blast in. I mean, sure, there is 3v3 and 1v1 like I said previously, but what I'm talking about is something like gun game. And there's this forum post from Jeff Kaplan, and some of you guys might find this so stupid that I'm making a whole entire video just based on this little thing, but again, it just got my attention and just it made me think of what could come to Overwatch. Now the other day Jeff Kaplan came out on the forums, and I think he was asked a question or something about gun game. I think it was like, hey guys, are you gonna add gun game into Overwatch? Could gun game possibly come into play? And Jeff Kaplan just simply said, we're a fan of gun games. Now this is where a lot of people are gonna say, oh, YOU WACK, or why are you making a video full of it? Okay, it just literally got me thinking, because if you guys don't know how gun game works, I want to say originated in Call of Duty Black Ops. I know it's in CSGO, but I feel like that's the first game. Maybe it was even before that. I would like to know where it did originate, but I'm pretty sure that's where I at least first started playing gun game. Pretty much how it works is that you start off with a very crappy gun, usually like a pistol or a really bad submachine gun, and you just work your way through many different types of weapons. Like usually goes pistols and submachine guns, then assault rifles and snipers and special weapons, rocket launchers, and then you usually end out on a knife. That's at least how Call of Duty does gun game, and I think that's also how CSGO also does it. Now the only difference between those types of games, like those FPS gun games, and possibly it coming to Overwatch, is that you wouldn't have just like base guns, you would have different characters. But honestly, I think that would be such a dope idea. Now, I'm not saying just because this forum post came out that gun game is definitely coming to Overwatch. No, I'm not trying to make that claim. One, I just want to see how you guys think that gun game will work, because a while back ago, I made a video talking about Capture the Flag and how it would be such a dope game mode and such an awesome game mode coming into competitive. Well, they did add it into Overwatch, but it wasn't just a competitive game, it was just an open, free-for-all, just fun type of game. But we kind of saw how it played out, and honestly, it just didn't fit my expectations. Like, I imagined like really like strategic gameplay, not really just Torbjorns and Bastions chilling their spawns, Symmetra just putting her sentry guns around the flag. It just really didn't fit my expectations, and it kind of fell flat, but it was still an attempt and still a good idea nonetheless. Now, what if we were to have another fun game mode? Because we haven't really had any like big push for big game modes other than like the Capture the Rooster event and the Uprising event, but that really wasn't a game mode. It was literally just a simple little PvE game type that you can go in and it will play the same thing over and over and over again. At least this, it would be similar to adding like 3v3 and 1v1 when that came out around the Winter Wonderland updates. Bro, I had so much fun. Like, I don't know about you guys, I don't know if you guys are still even playing 3v3 or 1v1, or maybe you guys even think that Capture the Rooster is still a great game mode and you're still playing it to this day. But honestly, when it came to Capture the Rooster, I didn't consistently play it, but when it came to 1v1s and 3v3s, I had a blast with that because I'm able to earn loot boxes. I'm also able to play a big variety of heroes rather than competitive and quick play, where I'm kind of limited to the heroes that I'm kind of only like used to, that is like Soldier, Maze, and yada, just all those types of heroes. Now in these fun game modes, oh, I can have a blast because it's more forgiving and you can kind of get a little bit better with those types of heroes. But going back into the topic about gun game being added into Overwatch, honestly, I think the traditional concept, just starting off with a normal pistol, maybe you can start off with McCree, work your way to Tracer, Soldier 76, so on and so forth. Maybe you can get around the Zarya and then Symmetra, and then the very last hero could be like a Genji ultimate where you just have to swipe people twice with your ultimate. Honestly, I think it could work. Granted, I did say that Capture the Flag would work with Overwatch, but honestly, I couldn't see anything really going wrong. But this is where you guys come in, because I want to hear you guys' thoughts about gun game being added, because in Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 1, if you guys don't know, Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time, but I think it's because there was so much in that game. There was a great campaign, the multiplayer was so awesome and one of my favorites, zombies was dope, the party game feature where there was like sticks and stones and gun game, it just had so much variety that a lot of people can just constantly play different types of game modes. Here in Overwatch, I'm not saying it's stale, I'm not saying you can't do that, but someone like me, I just normally go into competitive and just play that. Sure, I do have a blast, but usually people that are more casual casual players want more variety. They're kind of sick with quick play, and they don't want to really go into 1v1s and 3v3, where now they can just easily just have fun with all these types of heroes. And that's also another thing about the traditional gun game formats coming into Overwatch, is that you can kind of get a feel of all these types of different heroes, whereas maybe you don't want to maybe even touch some of these heroes. Maybe you don't want to touch Hanzo because you know you would get demolished. Well, now you can get one simple life to just kind of get a good feel of him. I don't know. That's just the kind of win-win situation when it comes to gun game. I couldn't imagine it being too hard implementing the algorithm and just the whole game type into Overwatch. I mean, it seems pretty simple. You get a kill with a McCree, you go to Tracer. You get a kill with Tracer, you go to Soldier 76. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with this, but again, I want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I think it would be so dope to have just gun game, or maybe all different types of party games that we've seen in other games, specifically in like Call of Duty and CSGO. But again, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I think I said that's 3 times. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I would be so hyped if they had some sort of party game feature just being added into Overwatch in the near future, because there is a big update coming in, I think next week or something, with the anniversary, or maybe even more than just that. I don't know what's going on. So much is going on in the world of Overwatch. So I love you guys. Hopefully something comes out in the near future. I'm pretty hyped about it. I love you guys, and bye.